Hello YouTube, it's gadgetmainia and today I'm doing my installation of the ASUS 750 Ti that you saw me unbox in a couple of videos ago, and while I'm at it I'm going to be installing another hard drive. I've got a Western Digital Caviar something or other, not sure which one it is. 250, I think it was just a plain Caviar 250 gig hard drive just for the extra storage into my gaming PC just to improve gaming performance. So as I just take off the side door, we can see inside the case, and I'll obviously be putting in my top slot. So I'm going to install it in the top slot, PCI slot in my motherboard for two reasons. One, that's the only PCI E slot or whatever it is, PCI X16 slot for graphics card, and also if I put it anywhere different, even if I had the option, it wouldn't fit. So however my motherboard configuration was, that'd be the only place it would fit. So as you can see now, I'm just taking off the two thumb screws which hold on the back plates, so I can get to the... As I just removed the two thumb screws holding the two PCIe case cover things, so I can then fit in my graphics card. But the only problem with this is because of the 120mm fan in the corner, it's quite hard to get the final thumb screw out the corner, hence why I'm about to grab a screwdriver to persuade it to come out, because it's quite tight as it's never been removed, quite hard to get to up in that corner. The one thing I will be doing soon is a benchmarking video, just because I've never done one for this system, particularly as it's quite high spec now with obviously the graphics card, or it will be by the time you've watched this video. The quad-core 4.3 GHz processor and the 10 gig of RAM, which I may put another 2 gig just to have it as 12 gig in dual channel mode. So now I'll just I'll insert the graphics card into the PCI Gen 3 X16 slot on my MSI motherboard. Don't ask me the model number because I can't remember it. I'd have to go and try and find it on the motherboard, which I think would mean now taking out the graphics card as I just knock the camera tripod as I look to check if it's straight correctly, if it's straight for the PCI ports, not the PCI ports, the ports for the outlets of the graphics card. And as anyone who's would have watched my previous video and keen will see that I do need the power, which I will be plugging in one sec once I finish screwing in the thumb screws. Now as I've just finished screwing in the final thumb screw, which is quite funny as I have to use a screwdriver, I'm just going to loosen the top one slightly, just because I haven't got the I/O ports 100% straight at the back of my system, which I will now, hence why I've just unscrewed it so that can be unscrewed back in. Now I'll plug in the 6-pin, because I didn't want to use another 6-pin directly from the motherboard for the stupidly short length. I'd have to run it in cabling, it'd look horrible. Just use a dual Molex to 6-pin, and for the moment I got a cheap one because I just needed it, as I was hoping that ASUS would include one, which they obviously didn't. So I just got one of these cheap ones until I can get round to ordering a sleeved one, and just covered it in tape because it looks nicer. Ideally I would have had black, but I didn't have any, so I've just done that until I can get round to buying a replacement, as I had a Molex at that part of the PC anyway for my USB 3 card. So now I'll just install the hard drive, which uses Corsair's brilliant toolless drive cage, where you literally just clip it into the sides where you can screw in the drives, and that just clips on into a nice flexible plastic drive tray, and that's the drive nicely put into the tray. So as I'll just now turn my PC onto its side, onto the back even, so I can pull up wire cables, because I'm going to stick it like I did when I originally built it, so all the power cables come out of the back of the system, so that there's minimal cables. So what I'll do is we'll just slide it in just below the caviar blue that I have as my Steam, and funny enough, on the times I've been known to edit, it's my scratch disc, but I mainly edit on my Mac Pro, but that's another story. So I just turn my computer around. I'm sorry about it being out of focus, because I've got the Canon 1100D. I have to manually autofocus, because autofocus doesn't work. So sorry for it being that previous clip being slightly out of focus. As now I just plug in the Molex. Sorry, not the Molex, the SATA power, which, because the cable length is quite tight, as I realise that, so I've just plugged that in. So now I just will route the SATA cable tightly to plug into the motherboard, as I just unplug one of my other hard drives. I think it was the SSD. I think I unplugged the SSD because it's got longer cable, because it's not running as far. So I can plug in the SATA cable if I choose to put in a fourth hard drive, because there's one more bay. That's going to be awkward, because I'm going to have to get the SATA cable, the right angle like I've used here, I'll have to get it the other way round, and also longer. So this has been my installation of the ASUS 750 Ti and a Western Digital Caviar 250GB hard drive. Like this video if you like it, dislike if you dislike, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.